Alright, we are back. Speed. Oh, you can almost get her to... Yeah, there we go.
What prompted you to do this? Wander.
Look at it, that animation, though. She's just got some kind of weird hook arm boogie going on. Oh, man. Alright, fast travel. Where are we going, actually?
It's been a while since we played last.
Find the Black Rock Quarry, yeah. Oh, okay, we're going to the furnace chamber.
Right, we had to collect the Black Rock.
Let's see. Yeah, it's been a little while since we played, because we binged out a whole bunch of this.
Before heading off to PAX.
Yep. And then PAX happened, and then we're here. Are
the effects volumes... Is it really down? I can't hear her footsteps. Wander.
Can you hear the gunshots?
Yes.
Yeah, her footsteps are just kind of quiet. The problem is, her gunshots are really freaking loud, and her footsteps are really quiet, and so the problem is, what do I do? Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, this might be one of the explodey ones. Remind me again, do we have any special abilities that...
Allow us to fly?
Yeah.
I thought there was one that we acquired. Let's see. There was the... It wasn't associated with the carousel horse, was it?
I mean, that lets us, like, slide. Through the air. Well, that didn't work.
Now, this was the incineration chamber. I thought in order to get to the Black Rock Quarry, we had to go through one of the dimensional rifts.
So if we check the map, that's not the map. This is the map. We want to get there. Oh!
We need to get up and through.
Oh, there's a second entrance.
From the main power chamber.
Yeah. I didn't notice it, but there's absolutely like a... Yeah, that is a entrance, it's just not the entrance. And that was throwing me off a little bit. But yeah, I realize the gunfire is supposed to be loud, but like, I wish for games like this...
You could select between weapon fire versus ambient effects and other things. Yeah, it seems like sound is typically categorized by music, voices, and then sound effects.
Because my problem is, in general, with games like this, it's the combat
the gunfire
noises...
is explosive. Oh, whoa, wait, that was a television with fire playing across its screen? That looks awfully suspicious.
Let's see, did I get that other guy? No, I didn't.
Now I'm pondering what a television with flames on it would be in the grand scheme of powerful objects, or objects of power.
There we go. Oh, you were asking about... Ow! Objects of power, you mean TV with the fire?
Yeah. Where did it go? It's up the stairs, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it was upstairs.
By that tube.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get some HP, because that hurt. Did I just cure him? No, I mind-jacked him. Slightly different. Anyway. What about the TV?
I don't know, it seems awfully suspicious.
It does.
Like it would be an object of power.
You'd think so.
Oh, well, there it goes. Goodbye.
It, like, bounced.
It skipped and bounced.
So, I've been meaning to play this game, and seeing as we're in a bit of a quiet point, maybe if we're lucky, we need to play...
Wait, look at that guy hanging in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
How could I possibly forget? Of course there are people hanging in the air.
So we need to come up with some of our own objects of power.
Objects of power.
Yeah.
Well, I still want to know what the rubber ducky does. What was the rubber ducky's power? Do you remember?
Nope. Okay, I am on the wrong side. Unless I have to be on that... Don't tell me I have to be on that pipe.
Because all that we knew of the rubber ducky was that the lady was attempting to communicate with it. To no avail. It did blink, though, didn't it? Wonder?
I think?
Do you think you can move that aside with your mind, or is it too substantial?
No, it's too substantial. I don't think I'm supposed to go through here. I think also it's just one of those. Because we gotta find the Black Rock Quarry, but I don't remember how to get there.
It very well... Well, so the Black Rock Quarry was accessible via portal by the Auralnauts, or whatever they called them. Remember?
Yeah. Unless... I'm probably supposed to get on top of that.
Oh. Okay, well, do you go up into the facility? Where was the security room? And everything associated with the plant. Where that one guy was.
I mean, I think it's time for everybody's favorite game, aimless wandering.
What? What's tied? What do you mean?
What? What do you mean?
You said something was tied for aimless wandering.
No, it's time for everybody's favorite game, aimless wandering.
Whoosh. The joke kind of went over my head.
It's not a joke! I'm saying it's time for aimless wandering. There's nothing to do with tide. You misheard me. And then just kind of... I'm not sure. Okay, so this goes up.
Oh, you and human expressions.
Unless you're saying whoosh because it went over my head.
No, it went over my head.
Okay.
What you said. I thought that you were referring to an actual game. And that's where the confusion derived from. Oh yeah, you cleared the clog.
Guess I thought we did.
Well, it sort of oozed its way back into the depths. It's not like you actually killed it, per se.
True. I'm lost again. There's a door that leads out there. Then there's the clog. I do really wish the map was more clear.
So you're not getting the clearance from a niche or a riche and such? Didn't
What?
he have an office that was higher up in the central...
No.
No? Oh, I suppose he had been moved to the Marshal's staging area.
Yeah, no, we're not trying to get clearance. We're trying to get to the Black Rock. We're trying to get to the Black Rock processing. We don't need clearance, we just have to find the right way. But the problem is, I don't know where the right way is. We have a clog that we need to get to, but I don't know how to get there. So this is how we originally came in, then.
I mean, in the furnace chamber, there is that peculiar entryway with the scum around it.
Yeah, but that looks like it's the way out.
Mm-hmm.
Guess I'm gonna go down and we'll try and go from there, and maybe there's some kind of proper... I'm going to keep doing that forever.
Have you accidentally been shooting at something or using a power?
I keep pressing E to interact, which is the telekinetic blast power.
Oh, I see.
In this game, F is interact.
Oh, but I believe in most of the games that I've played, F is interact, but I can understand they occasionally switch it out with E.
Games kind of do it interchangeably based on, like, what they need. Okay.
Yep. More enemies. Executive hiss nodes. It's another one of those random quests.
Yep. Not sure which segment I'm supposed to be in for that.
Well,
Oh,
executive.
communications department.
Communications.
Let's see, we've already done that. So it's not coolant. Oh. There we go. So we've just got this guy over here on the left. That's really satisfying. Okay, so I'm gonna go check, because we want to get up to that, I think.
The walkway?
Probably.
Oh, well, there's an elevator
True.
that points up.
I think that's where we came in.
Did we go down to get to this facility?
Maybe not? Oh.
Hello again, Mr. Clog. You really let yourself go.
Oh, he's down there. Ah! Water cooler procedures. Simulacrum? Oh, is it literally just a water cooler?
Yep.
It's a thing of power. Containment procedure. No unique procedures required. If the item's form is different than any previously reported, then make a note describing the new form. Description / altered effect. The object's true shape and appearance are unknown. It has been known to take the form of the following objects: a ring of keys, lunchbox, wrench, microscope, stapler, glasses, mail tube, and spoon. The item is able to adopt the physical form of items in its immediate vicinity. The item is capable of limited physical movement, repositioning itself whenever it changes form. This only occurs when it is unobserved, physically and digitally. Because of this, the transition between shapes has never been observed. Reciting formula I.14 or I.32 causes the item to reveal itself by shuddering. Wait, if you recite a formula to it, it will shudder? Huh. Background. The item was initially discovered within the Bureau itself. Whether an agent brought it inside intentionally or otherwise, or it resided here prior to the Bureau's arrival to the oldest house is unknown. So, how will this benefit us? Or is it just lore about another item? Oh, something followed you. That was jarring. So the creature is right below you. See?
Yep. I gotta go get power bricks. Do we have any sitting around?
I thought there was one over by the one on the edge. Not these ones, but...
Saw them around. I haven't seen them recently.
It's the one over to the left. You keep running left. And then right.
I'll be fine. Hey. There's an explosion up there. It's your fault.
Mm.
Anyway, yeah, there's another timed event. I should probably care more about those, but we should have plenty of time, I hope. I just really don't want to have to, like, go all the way back. If there was a fast travel that I could, like, warp back to a location really quickly, I think I'd be down for it. These are some really, really durable power nodes, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I started flinging this stuff around in real life, oh boy, you better bet it would break hard quick.
Do you need another one?
There's another one right there.
Oh. There you go. It's just leaving you to more.
I think I was supposed to go for these.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So are you electrocuting the thing? What's gonna happen? Or are you draining
We should
it?
go down there to clear out the rest of it.
I think I drained it.
Go down there to clean out the rest of it. Ugh. Those little proboscises are...
Goodbye,
At
Mr.
least
Claw.
they were elusive at that
I
one
sincerely
point.
hope we never meet again.
What a mess. Clear the clog.
Oh, that was convenient. We good? Looks like it. Alright.
Where did that come from? One
What?
of the other dimensions?
The clog? I mean, I think it's kind of an object of power.
But the objects of power... Well, the objects of power rarely take on organic form. If any... I don't know if they ever
But-
have.
I mean, I mean, I think it is straight up the embodiment of clog. The physical
But-
manifestation of a gross clog in the sink.
Yeah,
And
but a
since
gross
that's-
clog is usually comprised of hair and soap and other things. It's...
I mean, my assumption is it is a denizen of the oldest house.
Eh.
I want to check something. It's stuttering on me, and I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. That's why I want my new computer to actually be active.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my assumption is clog could be something from another reality. My assumption is the clog is just a denizen of the oldest house, and it just lives here, just like the janitor.
Ooh,
And-
this is worse for some reason.
Look alive. Director on deck.
But, you know, just like how there's a janitor for every building, there is a clog in every house.
Mm-hmm. Clogs are gross. I know because I often create them. That's what comes with having a couple feet of hair.
Let's see, and clog just happens to be the clog of the oldest house? Yeah, kind of. Like, I mean, it kind of makes sense. What would another, like... I mean, you probably also have some kind of weird creature that lives in, like, the vent system or whatever that makes noises when you're all alone in the office.
Eh.
You know?
What, would you start getting giant dust bunnies?
No, not dust bunnies necessarily, but like... Well, yeah, you could. Like, technically, there aren't a whole lot of limits in the weird wild nonsense that you could potentially find. Okay, keep an eye out for these things.
Oh, right. 'Cause those are more of the corruption nodes.
Yep.
Hiss nodes, as they refer to them as. Yep.
We are rocket proof, and that is insane.
I don't recall if we've ever been down in this chamber much, have we?
No, we just kind of ran through here. It wasn't a particularly...
This is where they organize all those letters. Ugh. That was gross. When you drag that guy over to use as a projectile.
There we go. I could use a minion. Yeah, you can grab rockets from enemies, which is always kind of neat.
Got a sack there.
Yep, I had a mail sack, and it was deadly. Who's even left alive here? You?
Well, the timer seems to have gone away. I don't know if that means
It might still be bugged out.
Oh, where it doesn't finish the objectives and these guys are going to spawn indefinitely. Because now I just see Threshold find the black rock. Oh, yeah, there are more nodes.
I think they just kind of keep spawning. It feels like we've got a weird bug. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna run back. I'm actually really curious. I might not be playing on a version that gets updates.
Oh no! Because is this the press version?
Yeah, possibly. We'll go here.
It hasn't been the first time where we've gotten a version of the game that never actually progresses.
So, I think I have a solution. I gotta double check. Okay, so now that we're playing the fixed version of the game, the map doesn't look any better. The performance feels... Oh, it feels smoother already. That's good. Let's see. I have no idea what has changed, if there's anything even different. Let's see, what else do we have? Reload speed. Ooh. Deconstruct that one. Fortunately, we don't have the best stuff. I want to take a look at this. Board countermeasures. Oh.
Wait. What are these countermeasures?
So these are side quests that I can do.
Oh.
But I can only do 3 at a time. Kill enemies without dying, kill hiss guards, kill enemies using melee. I don't know.
Oh, these seem like dailies.
Yeah, kind of.
The thing that you would have in an MMO.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and we can't afford that yet. And I don't want to spend resources on those until it's maxed out. Okay. So, let's go back up through here, because this is where the office was. Maybe we can go across. Let's see. I'm going to check the settings. I might as well do that. I don't know if the settings have really changed too much.
I suppose just check the audio.
I mean, I doubt there would be one for guns.
Yeah, it looks like it's just the music effects.
Mm-hmm.
You had the check for no copyrighted music.
Yeah, the settings are the same.
Christ,
Okay.
we're running low on everything.
Yeah, BlackRock processing. We already did that. What I'm thinking is maybe there's a,
Well, remember how we did that puzzle last time? Which gave us access to the singular rock and we needed a new sample to use with the machine?
Well, we also have this.
Yeah, you do have an extra clearance level.
There are some, like, upper levels and areas that we hadn't been to. Like, I think part of it is we just have to wander around a bunch. Until we find, like, the proper way up. There's a lot of... I was really hoping this would show...
Why are you going back?
Doors. Because this is closer to where I wanted to go. Because this gets us out into BlackRock processing itself.
I know, it's just that you had opened up that door with your level 5 clearance and then you didn't
Well, yeah,
go
for loot.
upstairs.
It was just a side loot. Yeah, BlackRock Quarry. So, I think what we did was we just went back.
I think we were distracted by a side mission or there was something else.
Yeah, there's something that pulled us up. Or back the other way. But it looks like this is right. We might have also found like a shortcut actually back in that lab that led us out into the main area as opposed to this direction. I don't really know. But yeah, they're not dailies, they're just side objectives to complete, which I can kind of appreciate because it gives you a little bit of flexibility in where you go. Okay. Yep. So now we're up in the rafters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? I went left when we were here.
Oh, right. I do remember that you had gone through one of these doors.
Because this takes us to the NSC control room.
Had you gotten this one before?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. You just never went the other passage.
Yeah. Because I forgot, because we went to Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of changed... Well, it didn't change things. It's just... It's very easy to get...
An interruption can mean you lose track of what you've been
Yeah.
accomplishing.
Because, yeah, this was the elevator I took a while back. But I didn't have clearance level 5 at the time.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, there are actually a decent number of dudes here. Would have been pretty horrid if they had been
What?
sniping me from above all that time. Wait, can I really? I can mind control these guys.
Creepy.
And effective. Those guys are dangerous.
Oh. Dynamic energy extraction and conversion. The blank sarcophagus container. The NSC. So, what would the N be? If there's a sarcophagus container, what would the N symbolize? The NSC was designed by order of Deputy Chief Trent shortly before he became director. The container provides a safe method of extraction of Blank's excess energy output while acting as a humane way to house him. Wait a minute. N. Would it be someone like Nathan or Nathaniel or something?
Yeah, so it's a
Is this the
specific
brother?
person or thing.
I think this might be referring to the brother. Excess energy output while acting as a humane way to house him. The coolant pumps keep the container and its blank from overheating while the energy is siphoned. The energy is then conducted by the converters, where it is rendered into a blank through the use of turbine generators. Probably like a solid or something. Coolants, energy is conducting. Oh, no, it wouldn't be rendered into a solid. The electricity produced powers the entire bureau, making us completely self-sufficient and effectively invisible on the New York City grid. Oh, so they're not drawing any electricity from New York's grid. So this is in New York City then. So they're using them as a power source.
Mm-hmm.
After NSC's 01s, oh, so there's been more than just one? Disappearance by some unknown manifestation of Blank's power. No. That's what the container is, the sarcophagus container.
Mm-hmm.
So the container disappeared, and the N person, Nathan, someone's power, the occupant was restrained and a second model was built. NSC-02 possesses built-in spatial anchors that are designed to prevent any translocative effect from its occupant. Refer to file 9230544 for full report.
I really hope... it would have been so cool in this game if they had actually, if they had done it specifically... let's see.
Specifically with what in mind, or...
sorry. I could hop down here. Yeah, I could. So that the higher your clearance level, the more access you get to things.
But isn't that the case? Or you mean the
Like,
redacted information?
The redacted information becomes less redacted.
What I would assume they would do is, at the earlier levels, the classified material would have more redactions or would contain very little information. But then, as you got through the higher clearances, they revealed more and more.
Yeah.
I mean, we do know that the sarcophagus is supposed to contain a person, and that this person has abilities.
Well, not necessarily a person. It contains an individual. But an individual could be something else, like the
But they were
hiss.
saying he.
So?
I mean, someone possessed by it? Serving as a host to something.
Mm-hmm. But, like... Oh, right. Somebody mentioned this. Let's see. Collectibles. Hotline. So it turns out the hotline, by the way...
Is it a tip thing?
So, no. We actually haven't been seeing any of the... much of the... It's Northmore. So each of these, we have not actually seen the whole thing.
Oh, but we've seen him throughout.
No, that's just a hint of what he said.
Oh, okay.
I'm averse to using objects of power. I don't want to lean on things I ultimately can't trust. But the ashtray and the cigarette, smoking there forever, have their uses.
Wonder.
The ashtray maze they conjure is an impossibly changing labyrinth that no one but the binder, and those the binder invites, can ever pass through. The things we hid in dimensional research, the things Darling studies, the danger and the risk involved, call for every measure of security and protection I could bring to the table. The maze, hands down, is our strongest lock. I gave Darling and his chosen crew license to pass through the maze. Lately, I've started to think I should revoke that license. It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth, and no one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised? I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a brain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline.
Yeah, I think Trench got compromised by the hiss. And Darling knew. Maybe.
Trench, or did you mean Darling?
I don't think Darling was compromised, because Darling was making countermeasures.
No, you're right, but Trench was also suspicious of Darling.
Yeah, but it sounds like he was
for having
losing
access to the maze.
So much is expected from the director. The responsibility, the privilege to steer the Bureau into dangerous waters and safely out again. To inspire and lead its people, to protect them. The board is there to advise you, but they want things in return. You hold all this in your old, trembling hands. I had to lose everything before I could see the Bureau is the director's life. There's no room for anything else. If the forces contained here escaped, we'd be dragged back into an age of superstition, terror, death. Assuming you think we ever really left that behind. Any emergency, any major containment breach, and the lockdown goes into effect. I implemented this security measure in my first years as director. I knew we were vulnerable. I'd personally seen the cost of sloppiness. I made sure the internal lockdown could only be lifted by a directorial override, only to be used when the director is confident the sectors are safe to be opened again. This way, the director is the last line of defense. And if I screw up, it's on me, and me alone. A director needs a team, my management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do.
We might have seen this
Some
one.
even better. They have proven themselves. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself.
Yeah, we've seen
so
this
I
one.
followed my own order.
I think some of these we see in parts when we approach him, like when he appears in the environment.
Yeah, but we'd seen that one fully.
Mm-hmm.
Northmoor was director before me. I never wanted his job. I never wanted power. I purposefully avoided it, didn't trust it, didn't want to rely on it. Northmoor was all about power. A man like an explosion, hungry for authority, for order, for more, until it was too much. I had to find a solution in the end, contain the situation. Northmoor never liked me, but he went along with it, to his credit. He didn't really have a choice. I suppose at the end of the day, a director's most basic duty is to keep the lights on. Here's to you, Northmoor.
Wait a minute.
There were no prime candidates waiting in the wings, but I was there. Had been the whole time, keeping my head down, working my ass off. I had nothing to lose. I picked up the gun almost on a dare.
Yeah, so Northmoor is the power generator.
Right, Northmoor. I was about to just say then and there that Northmoor is the end name.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing is, didn't we establish that Northmoor could be still the code name for the brother? Because...
No.
Well, Polaris is the... Or, wait a minute. What were the pictures out in the hall? Was Northmoor a much older man?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Much older.
Okay, it doesn't have anything to do with Polaris, the whole North business.
Nope.
Okay.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in.
Almost done.
Yeah, so really it's just highlighting how he lives a life of constant solitude, anxiety, and dread and suspicion.
I almost feel bad for the guy. But, like, it does seem like he kind of chose this life. I don't know.
I thought he said he picked up the gun on a dare.
Well, he also said that his home life was a mess. So chances are he fell into this life after, like, you know, his wife left him or his kids died or
well, he also
ran off.
He implied that he had to lose everything in order to be the director. There was no time for anything else. So it could have been that everything fell apart after he became the director.
Yeah, true. Coming storm.
Something's coming. The whispers growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. A retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau, everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
I'm losing control.
Yeah, so I believe the service weapon, like if you're not worthy of wielding it, you kill yourself with it. Hence why in the very beginning she was aiming the gun at herself.
Mm-hmm.
And why he shot himself, probably. Okay, 3 more. We might have already seen these.
It's board.
Yeah, the board is
really
just kind of goofy.
peculiar. I mean,